Legend has it that there is a race series on iRacing that is the most desirable of all the race series. I don't friggin' get it. Okay, so I've heard of Mooncar. I don't really know much about it, but luckily I know somebody with a 4K iRating who does. And if you watch my channel for a while, you'll definitely know him. That is one AJ Stevens. Hello.
I don't know if the 4K matters or not, but thank you.
Sure it does. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to brag on you. So, as you can see, I just put a little bit of a highlight reel of the Mooncar race that you ran a couple weeks ago. I don't know a lot about Mooncar, except for what I've heard from other people in the format that you've told me. So why don't you tell me a little bit, or tell us, what exactly is Mooncar and how they run their races and stuff? And why is it so prestigious?
So Mooncar was created by the Twitch streamer Moonhead. Shout out to Travis Brown. Guy's kind of a genius when you really look at this a little bit. Mooncar is predominantly 87s, Gen 4s, at either Daytona or Talladega, mostly Talladega. They do some short tracks. They don't touch the next gen car whatsoever. You can just throw that thing in the trash as far as they're concerned. Usually there's about 60 guys. You heard that right. 60 guys on the track. So there's chaos. But there's cautions. The only time that there's cautions is when it's at the front of the field. Anything in the back, you're not getting a caution. They have two separate series. They've got Mooncar Light and Mooncar. Mooncar Light is how you get into Mooncar at this point.
Yeah, I think I even applied to Mooncar Light. That's how they accepted me, but whatever that means, I don't know. I don't know if it's simply like applying at the local McDonald's.
So the way that it works is you've been accepted. They run hosted sessions on Mondays and Thursdays or something like that. It's usually kind of funky on the back end of the week. If you don't know, go join their Discord because that'll tell you exactly when he announces all that the day of. Usually about 9:30 Eastern. But that's how you get it.
I don't get it. To me, the whole thing looks like a mess. It looks like Draft Masters on
in
illegal substance.
It really is. It really
and look here, you
is.
see this blue cone. What's the blue cone story?
Okay, so that's their choose cone. So when Ben Easterday calls out, you're going to be choosing this time. They use the pit road cone as your choose cone. You stay to the left, you're on the low side. You go to the right, you're on the high side, and that's just before they go green.
Okay.
And then you have to stay committed to that line until after the start. They also go on green. It's not a free for all go. You have to go on green.
So what if everybody goes like outside? Is it just all of them in one big line?
Everybody's outside, man.
Oh god! To me, it just looks like the worst racecraft in the world.
I would say yes, but at the same time, I'm going to tell you no, because there are guys that are using racecraft. Now, that being said, there are guys that show up that will act like clown. And
they booted a lot of people in the middle of this race.
Yeah, this one they booted, probably 10 or 15 people, and I think it was the most they'd ever booted. So that's a thing. You don't go in there expecting to make Moonhead's highlight reel and think that you're going to be okay to continue to race, because you'll get booted and they'll flat out just remove you.
I guess I just have two questions. First of all, who is Moonhead?
Travis Brown.
Okay. And how did this get started? How did he start Mooncar? And why? I just don't understand why everybody goes gaga over it.
Because you know it's going to be broadcast on Twitch, and they're going to cover a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just kind of a free for all. Now he does create his own setups, and I will tell you that setup is loose. And I mean crazy loose. Within 3 laps, your tires are on fire.
And you can see the record on caution here. You remember when you got tapped because some people were retaliating? There was almost more retaliation on the pace laps than the actual racing.
So you are allowed to retaliate.
What?
You're not allowed to collect anybody else in it.
You're allowed to retaliate.
You are allowed to have beef, just don't take out anybody else. You take out anybody else and you get kicked.
Okay, so as long as you don't take out anybody, it's like that.
Yeah.
He took out the 24 there.
What's your captain?
Oh man, it just
We got people
you know,
the line and beat the whole game.
I've always heard you talk about it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I just don't get it, man. I really don't.
Dude, it's a lot of fun in the fact that you don't have there's nothing on the line. There's no I rating, there's no safety rating, there's literally nothing on the line.
I mean, look at this start.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember this, by the way?
Yeah, I was in the middle of it. I wound up against the wall and died.
Oh yeah, I see you. That got
I wound up with,
almost
like,
everybody.
I wound up with 4 minutes of damage and still almost took a top 10.
Oh man, it gives me the ick. And nothing against anybody who likes Mooncar or who wants to run in this. I just wanted to learn about it because who knows, maybe I might do a little bit of an infiltration mission. We don't know, but we'll see. but yeah, here's some more retaliation here. And when I'm watching this, because I saw you were racing it, I decided to jump into spectate. I didn't know any of this. I didn't know you could retaliate. I'm over here thinking that it's just like the worst.
It is.
I mean, if you want to see the my first ever reaction to Mooncar, I did that video that's on my channel. I suggest anybody watching go check it out because it was like opening the door to Pandora's box.
That's dead serious. It was a blast to watch you try to survive this.
I almost did.
Yeah, I mean, you missed a lot of wrecks. You can see you missed one right there. But I almost, and I really can appreciate the brand that he has created with this. Look at this LePage. Now that I don't understand. I think he got kicked too. I think that was intentional.
He did. He got kicked. I remember that.
But there is a good bit of goofballs in there, and I don't know how they try to keep it clean from that because there are some names in this race that I definitely wouldn't trust. Not a lot, but there's a couple.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate and admire that it is a brand that everyone flocks to. I've kind of tried to do that myself, maybe with the Fortitude.
Well, I mean, the other thing that draws some people in is you've had guys like Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That'd be
and you've had Carson Hocevar in here. I know Moonhead and Hocevar are buddies.
Really?
So there's guys that show up. At one point there was a guy that got put into what they call Mooncar Hell, which is he got sent down from Mooncar to Mooncar Light. So
if you perform well enough in this Mooncar Light, you can get up to Mooncar.
Correct.
Okay. I might try to get in there just for the hell of it, just because I hate super speedways so much, and it would be like the Everest. But I don't even know.
Well,
I know that when it opens, you got to get in there.
Look at right here. We're 4, almost 5 and 6 wide. Like that's just asinine to me.
But maybe it's because Junior and Hocevar are racing this that it attracts a lot of attention. But either way, I will say that it's pretty cool that he made a brand like that, and obviously it works because oh my gosh, look at this! And I remember this too. You almost got through it.
Yep, that's where I died. Because right there.
Yep, bye, Will.
There was the death.
You didn't need that anyway, did you?
I think I still finished like what top 30 or something like that.
Yeah, I think you were like 27th or something like that. Hardly push. Something, which is impressive for as much mayhem as there was. I wanted to invite you on here because, for one thing, you're really, really good at super speedways, and I know that you've been in a couple of these. And I was just really curious, and I wanted to get a conversation going, maybe in the comments, about what other people thought of Mooncar, if they could educate me on it, or anything like this. I like this little part at the end too. Let's not hold the break. Bye. I mean, the race is over anyway, so it don't really.
Hey, but my wheel came back. My wheel came back.
Yeah, he somehow healed your car. But yeah, AJ, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us about this. If you guys haven't gone over to his channel. His live streams are awesome. A lot of us in the ICW community are usually hanging out in there, especially me. Definitely, I'll put the link in the description. Go watch his stuff, and if you ask me personally, I think that he is iRacing's techie, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of the stuff that I have going on my channel would not exist, because I could not figure out for the life of me. I mean, when I got triple monitors, I was in full panic mode because I was only seeing one screen.
That is true.
That
is true.
AJ,
I remember that.
You're an awesome friend of me, man. I love you to death, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us about this. And that paint scheme does look slick, sir.
It'd look better if they'd actually fix the chrome issue that I've been seeing. But
those of you who want to race AJ, he's usually found in your local Talladega split. Top split, that is.
generally speaking, or Daytona, one of the two.
Have a good rest of your day, y'all.